South Africa's 2026 elections are turning out to be the country's biggest political free-for-all. Today we're unpacking how 404 parties are lining up to compete, the RAF's billion-rand accounting scandal, and the ad war that just got Nedbank's latest campaign banned. Plus, in the Wildcard, the prehistoric animal that turned out to be very much alive and very much South African. My friends, be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss the stories that matter. And now, with all that out the way, let's get into it. South Africa's next local elections are shaping up to be the busiest in history. 404 parties have registered to contest in 2026. That's almost 80 more than in 2021, and that doesn't even include the handful still waiting for approval. So since last year's national election, dozens of new parties have sprung up. 14 of them in just the past 3 months. Now, the Independent Electoral Commission says that most are small, ward-based outfits hoping to win a single council seat or two. But together, they reveal a political landscape that is splintering faster than ever. Unlike national elections, these votes don't decide who runs the country. They decide who runs your municipality. We're talking water, roads, basic services. But they also shape national politics down the line. Think about it. Local councils are a proving ground where parties show that they can govern, earn trust, and build the kind of momentum that can carry them into the national race for power in 2029. So far, 305,000 new voters have registered this year, mostly young first-time voters using the IEC's digital voter management devices. Now, the commission says that those tech glitches that caused chaos in 2024 have been fixed, but electronic voting is officially off the table for now. Either way, let this serve as a reminder. If you haven't registered yet, there is still time, because 404 parties mean nothing if you're not one of the people choosing between them. So if you've ever teared up during an Allan Gray ad, you're not alone. You know those black and white ones, usually about some dad, a lifetime of hard work, and a piano. Anyway, they've been a South African institution for years, and they've built out this whole emotional genre, the cry in your cereal bowl before the logo appears kind of ad. So when Nedbank launched its Bank Your Time campaign, also emotional, also black and white, and also about time, Allan Gray called foul. The fight went all the way to the advertising watchdog, which decided this past week that Nedbank's ad did imitate Allan Gray's style. 2 of the 4 panelists disagreed, but the chair's votes tipped the scale, ruling for Allan Gray and banning Nedbank's ad from airing. It's a reminder of how much advertising has changed. Ads used to trade punches, Coke versus Pepsi, Nando's versus everyone. But these days it feels like lawyers have replaced copywriters. And if that's the case, it might explain why advertising has never felt so safe or so boring. Every time you fill your tank, a few rand from every litre goes straight to the Road Accident Fund. It's this state insurance pool meant to compensate people injured or killed on South African roads. Now, it's one of the biggest pots of public money you'll ever see. And this week, Parliament's watchdog, the Standing Committee on Public Accounts, known as SCOPA, grilled it for hiding billions in debt. At the center of it all was an accounting trick that made the fund look far healthier than it really was. You see, by changing how it recorded claims, thousands of unpaid victims simply disappeared overnight, shrinking its reported debt from more than 300 billion rand to 34 billion rand. Courts have since ruled the accounting switch illegal, but executives are still defending it, saying they overstated liabilities for years. Meanwhile, though, while the fund keeps spending billions on legal fees, accident victims wait months and sometimes years for compensation. So the next time you pay for petrol, remember, a slice of that bill goes to the RAF, not a private company, but a public fund that you already bankroll. And right now, according to the courts, the people it's meant to protect are the ones being left behind. And before we cruise on to our Bagel Bite of the day, here's a couple other headlines worth knowing. For starters, Treasury has withdrawn its plan to scrap the tax break on foreign pensions after heavy public backlash. The department says it will consult further before making changes, but it still believes that the current exemption may not be sustainable long term. The Johannesburg High Court has ordered government to finally implement its long-delayed national plan to fight xenophobia. Civil groups argued that the state's failure to act was unconstitutional, and the court agreed, calling for urgent action. And Chinese car maker Changan has officially returned to South Africa through a deal with Jamil Motors. The brand is launching 5 models, including a diesel and electric Bucky, promising high-tech, long-range, and competitive prices. And on to our Bagel Bite of the day. Let's see what you got. The question is, which US city is nicknamed the Windy City? Is it A, Chicago, B, Seattle, or C, San Francisco? We'll give you the answer at the end of the show. And on to our Wildcard section. Imagine discovering a creature so ancient that scientists once thought it vanished with the dinosaurs. That's exactly what happened off the coast of East London in 1938, when local fishermen brought ashore a strange grey-blue creature with fins shaped like limbs. So when museum curator Marjorie Courtney Latimer saw it, she knew it was something extraordinary. She rushed to preserve the specimen and send word to ichthyologist J.L. Smith, who later confirmed what no one thought was possible. It was a coelacanth, a species believed to have been extinct for over 66 million years. The discovery stunned the scientific world. Dubbed the living fossil, it instantly became one of the greatest zoological findings of the century, a prehistoric survivor hiding in plain sight. Decades later, divers off Sodwana Bay would spot more coelacanths gliding through deep-sea caves, their pale eyes reflecting torchlights like ghosts from another age. And so there we have it, a prehistoric survivor rediscovered in South African waters. It makes you think what still might be out there, hiding in the deep. And as for that Bagel Bite, the answer is Chicago, famously nicknamed the Windy City. But funnily enough, the name isn't really about the breeze of Lake Michigan. It was coined for 19th century politicians who were full of, well, hot air. And my friends, that's it for today's show. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed watching this one as much as we enjoyed putting it together. Hope you guys will have a great day. Be kind to one another, and we'll catch you all tomorrow for the next round of the good stuff. God bless.